Fuck!
Dude, that was horrible. Actually,
Oh my god, dude.
I'm Imad.
I'm Casey.
I'm Elie.
These two too, so they're added to the group, man.
Yeah. I just think it's when you hit the one on the chorus, it feels really satisfying.
Chase that dragon all the time.
And like if we're gonna go bow bow ram bam bam, like we should play along to it.
Let's do guitars. Cool. I like to start with guitars, and then we'll put in the bass afterwards, so that there's a groove that Vin can fall into.
Yeah.
Does that work? Okay, cool.
Totally.
Initially, when I brought Imad in to be a bigger part of the album than he had been involved in before, it was because I found out that you knew my musical director and keyboardist, Nate Villegas.
Yes, sir.
And I wanted, after so many shows and so many nights touring, I wanted to make a record that was dedicated to a live show, or that flowed very seamlessly into one.
Mm-hmm.
Gave the band boys a lot of moments where they can do acrobatic shit and let them shine in their own ways. Basically, I wanted to make a band-focused record.
Yeah.
That was very heavily organic. And our initial, pursuits were good.
Yeah.
And then
Got euphoria out of it.
Yeah, we got Euphoria out of it. We got I Choose You, which they'll hear later.
Yeah.
And Inside Out.
Yeah.
I think he sauced it out just the right amount.
Yeah.
I think he left enough room for us to embellish in the
On other, yeah.
The sweet escape of euphoria.
Yo, run it one more time. Run it one more time.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah, so that C is landing on the one.
we comped the bass takes.
Yeah.
Exactly kind of how we want it. Are you able to?
Yeah.
So we're gonna regurgitate it to you.
Cool.
Thank you. Love you.
Love you.
Through the toxic.
Okay, cool.
All right. Take one.
You take me to euphoria. Euphoria. I need you in my veins. I crave the sweet escape of euphoria. Euphoria. I try to walk away, 'cause if I stay, you'll be the death of me.
That was fucking. I mean, that was pretty incredible.
I think that's there. Second solid one. I just want to get this one little thing. So close. I think that might be the one. Yes! Nothing makes me feel alive like this.
Me to euphoria. Euphoria. I need you in my veins. I crave the sweet escape of euphoria. Euphoria. I try to walk away, 'cause if I stay, you'll be the death of me.
I love that take.
When I first started making demos for this album, I had a really rigid idea that this was going to be a very live and band-oriented album. And it was kind of quickly It was kind of quickly scrapped because I had found out the scale of the venues we were doing for the next tour, and I was worried that that specific kind of music wasn't going to be enough to excite my fans in that kind of a space. 10 was like almost prototype of changing our direction.
Sometimes songs don't make it on the album, but they still play this key role.
Serve a purpose.
You know, it definitely served a purpose. And even though 10, I don't know if it'll ever see the light of day, it was definitely the first time we were like, let's just
see where it takes us, rather than like keeping us in a box.
Yeah.
To play around in. It was the first time where we were just like, okay, it doesn't have to be in folk band land. Let's try to.
Yeah.
What would a rock song sound like?
Even though the production wasn't massive,
Right.
it was just like you and a guitar, but it just like came to a head in such a.
I think 10 has a good chance of making it out there.
I love that.
Yeah,
It's a great song. Yeah.
That's all I have. It's also another idea.
But I hope you understand that part of the reason why it's fire is because of the production.
I think when we made 10, we flipped the project on its head. Like, we're now away from that, you know that triplet song that we did in Electric? We're away from that, man.
Yeah.
We're not there anymore.
Okay.
Like, I feel like I have instincts towards different things, and I love how mechanical and like fucky sounding this can be.
Yeah.
Right? I love that it's like machine oriented.
Yeah.
And it's about changing that into something that can be a song rather than just a beat.
For what it's worth, I actually can see us crushing it in whatever we decide to do. That's not the issue. Like, I actually really like the live band stuff, so I don't think that I'm deterred from it. But I'm just like, if there's a world where you're like, yo, I actually like this sonic palette is actually like more the vibe, there is definitely a big way for us to transition all those songs into a more produced
I think my problem is that I'm like curating things in my head with all the demos that I've made. Yeah. So I automatically just auto-reject things that don't start to fit in the mold. Because I feel like I just had to commit to something.
Everything you showed us
that
is
was
like
one EP album already.
Yeah, but that's all like Keshi that we've heard before, right?
I've never heard you like that.
Oh, really?
I know all your songs. Like
you made all of the songs.
No, I haven't. Like I was a fan before you knew who I was. Yeah.
So I have an alternate album too. Like I have the album 2 that we've made, and I have an alternate one. That one was the piano idea that we have here. But it feels loopy.
You have moments where we ditch the loop and we introduce the vibe we've been on.
Yeah.
Like all of us together for like a little bit. We can have live for a second. We can take it out of those worlds for a second, you know? And we can do big sweeping harmonies to like gospel vibe. To combine Gabriel with this shit.
When you have an artist that can actually like produce and write songs, I sometimes, even though as much as I love creating from scratch, it's also like when we were in a situation like with War, for instance, where like your DNA was just baked into that song.
Right.
So there was no playing the like, oh, is he gonna
like this or not?
Is he gonna like? It was like, no. It's like, it's kind of like we're already here, like 60%, 70% there. Like, let's give you the last 30 and just bring it home. You know what I mean?
I think it's really easy for me to get sick of stuff that I've been sitting with for a long time, which is why I was so hungry to make like new ideas. So it would occasionally be like, open it up and be like, yeah, I don't know about this one. And then Elie and Imad would be like,
this is great.
Yeah, I remember for me and Imad, because we were sort of talking about like how we wanted the process to change and how we wanted to be a little more free, and then that was really when the chains came off. When you started showing us your old shit, and Imad and I were looking at each other and we were like,
why have you not?
So dumb. He's so dumb.
You were getting mad.
You were like,
they were, yeah.
So hot. Like you had some fire drums, which ended up being
War, yeah.
And we were like, this is so stupid. Like,
Totally.
like liking a drum set and it sounds cool, but then you have like this hard ass loop, and we're like, it's immediately hard. It makes our job so much easier.
Yeah.
But yeah, this idea of like, we're not here to replace you as a producer. We're here to like work together.
Right.
Yeah.
That's actually a really,
Yeah.
We want to elevate you. We want to enhance you.
yeah.
You know.
Vice versa.
It's like self-doubt. Self-doubt,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, that was a really stressful moment because I was talking to James about the songs that we had on hand, and there were 2 pretty clear denominations of like, this is the band-oriented stuff, and this is the more kind of not fully experimental, but like it was more open to embracing like modern production techniques. And I was like, James, I don't know if these will all fit on the same thing. We need to pick a direction. It's still so early, but it would be helpful instead of just like trying random shit out. And he shrugged his shoulders and he said, I don't see why they can't coexist. And in that moment, I got really frustrated because that made zero sense to me at the time, because I was very insistent on creating something that I thought was consistent. But James was right at the end of the day, because on the record, we do have songs like Just to Die and like Texas that make it on. And they coexist with songs like Amen and Like That and Id. Just like the change is enough to shake things up. We're like, oh, okay, we're in a new season.
That's what you just played us like some dance records too, dude.
That is
Shit
true.
you can fucking dance to.
Yeah.
I'm like, when could I ever pop ass to a Keshi song?
Yeah,
For
exactly.
the most part, you know what I mean? It's gonna be in the same world regardless, because you are the force of it.
Yeah.
You are it. And it's your musical decisions.
Yeah. Right.
It's your filter. But the filter should be what you like and what you love. Because I understand building a world for a record. I just think you underestimate how much of a world it already is just because of who you are making it right now.
I think that this is what you should be doing.
Yeah.
You should be creating that environment for yourself.
I think at the end of the day, the root of it was the idea that I needed to like somehow synthesize growth.
Yeah.
And to do that, I had to not be in a comfortable place. The weird part of me is just like, oh no, this was in my room, so it doesn't count.
No.
Like it's like
You don't need to put pressure on having fully fleshed out ideas, but even you just sitting down and doing something that inspires you like that and leaving it at that stage is
Maybe
enough.
you'll use it, maybe you won't.
Yeah,
You're
literally.
use it because you love it.
But
Because you have an album.
It's enough.
Straight up. Like,
It is enough for us to latch onto, you know what I
Right.
mean, and help you.
right. I think I'm definitely open to broadening the horizons.
Yeah.
I had started writing text. It was never recorded. I had started typing out Texas on my typewriter.
Yeah.
Before they had even come to Texas, because I wanted to have something kind of prepared, because I'm slow. Like I'm so slow at like writing. So a lot of the times we'll have an idea. I'm like, we're good. I'll take it home. I'll be fine. But I really wanted to push to have everyone involved and just like not be a bitch and like commit to finishing the song, you know. At least get a demo and then I can massage it from there on, which is actually such a great process, honestly.
Yeah.
That's how we did a lot of the rest of the record.
I think this is honestly the next. I think this is the next.
Did you hear
like
the lyrics?
that.
Dude, those were my favorite lyrics. Wait, go play them.
Do it again.
I didn't want to show you guys, but I have a lot of typed out poetry. You guys want to hear my poetry? Yeah, I have a bunch of shit out here, man. And I remember why I like this idea is because you could have like electronic drums on there. Take me back to Texas. Take me back to 17. Let me race the train tracks. Because you also have the trains.
Yeah.
So I used to race the train tracks. Yes. Train tracks. Let me smell the gasoline.
I think Texas, just in the process of the album, was the first time I heard Casey and his most authentic, something in his most vulnerable, and I feel like we also captured that mood very well.
Yeah, honestly, Texas was really sick because like Casey's so used to writing about like other like these sort of more like about his homies and like stories that he sort of has around him and in his vicinity. And then Texas was like the first time I had really seen or heard, you know, as a fan, like him really talking about something that we all know is that's his life.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it's an undeniable.
And yeah, I felt like I got to know Casey more through that song. So I don't know, it was a very special moment for me.
You did say that right when we got in the room. You were like really excited and you felt like the record started there.
I definitely feel like that's when everything clicked for me.
Yeah.
When I made Texas.
Yeah.
And thankfully it was relatively early on.
It was like the second week
Yeah.
of sessions. You were there. You remember.
Yeah.
See how I like how like you don't expect it. I don't want any warning. And we don't have to decide on anything, but I really like having a song that is just called Texas. The very first line is "Send me back to Texas." Like any visceral memories from it doesn't have to be any visceral memories from y'all's childhood. Like I want to put in the songs because I was sitting here thinking for like 2 hours. I was like, why can't I remember anything besides train tracks?
Dude, I'm down.
It was actually so important to my
like
childhood.
the idea of just back when shit was simpler.
Yeah.
You know, when you were younger, you didn't have anywhere to go. Like shit was just, there was no rush.
I like the idea. I mean, you having a love letter to your home state, to the place where you live, the place where you decided to not leave.
I like the idea of like I miss mom. Like I miss Alex is getting married. Like so and so went and had kids. Like blah blah blah, and I'm like missing it. It's like the only place where I still know myself.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
oh, take me home to my brother, my dad.
Oh, take me home. I must have gotten lost when I was looking down the road. But I think I missed the exit. Oh, someone take me back to Texas.
What is the biggest difference between my music now and my music back then? I think it is honestly my exposure to different producers and writers who I learned from over time. I feel like my music before was heavily DIY, but at a certain point there is a limit to how much I can really do on my own. And I've been very careful to protect the parts of me that I feel are inherent to me. And I don't live in LA. And I'm here often, but not often enough to the point where I feel like my sound gets washed away from constant sessioning. You know, I talked earlier about cross-pollination of ideas and techniques, and I think that's a really, really great thing. But I think when there is a specific sound, you have to take care to not let your own identity get completely washed away. So I think what we're seeing is a very earnest but gradual evolution of my project.
Hey girl, you really a goddess.
We'll see. We'll keep stacking. Make sure each layer is fucking worth it.
So there was this really interesting moment when we were making Requiem and I completely forgot about this. Imad had started strumming some chords, and I told him that it felt like a song that was sending someone off. And I always get like a little like choked up or frozen when I try to talk about it.
I'm not the biggest fan of
And I think when you switch over is when we go into hookland.
Oh, okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So don't do this until
Yeah.
The hook is when you switch into the beautiful majory part.
That's a cool, yeah. Should we try?
Yeah.
Sorry, it took a while, but we
set up 2 mics.
Do you want to do a dual situation? Because one of you can take the pencil and one of you can take the Soyuz, and it'll sound
do
pretty
it?
cool.
Yeah.
1, 2, we're best friends.
Okay. We actually have to count at the same time because now the count is part of the recording.
1.
You just.
Fuck are you saying? Are you counting in
Yeah,
order?
1. Okay, get it?
And then 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Okay. We can also just count 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't have to like act like we
Right.
actually are. We do need to
Okay, fine.
come in at the same time.
Fuck you, ready? So we don't have a really intimate moment quite yet.
This is great.
Yeah.
Can we listen to what you just did?
Yeah.
Because I thought that was just really
I was really happy with it too. I just
Yeah.
wanted to try the. Whoa, boys, this feels.
Wow! You just like unbelievably snap.
Wow.
Imad said
so
right up.
special. Pour one out for your homie song for sure. You know what I mean? Friends past but forever here. Like I have this, there's this lyrical idea that I had in my head about this. Like that looks like porn.
Pour one out for the homies, bitch.
Oh!
I don't give a fuck.
My socks are wet.
I'm so sorry.
There's water everywhere. The lyrical idea was like. You ever have homies who pass? Have you had homies who passed away? But then the next day life goes on. And it feels like it's not fair that the world can go on without you. That the world doesn't stop turning even though you're not there. Yeah. So, and it's sad. Even for some of your closest friends, like the world keeps going on. Yeah. But for their families or like their wives or something, maybe their whole world changes. But it's like not fair that nobody else knows. Right. That's just like the idea. It's heavy. I want to cry like even hearing. Like what is something that you wish you could say to someone who died? Like you want to see their face one last time. Like not, I don't want to say one last time, but like
The people who I missed, it would, and like I was face to face with them or something, I would be like, I would say something along the lines of, dude, I think about you like all the time, like every day, you know what I mean? Maybe be something like to that effect of like, I don't think anyone has like moved on just because we've moved on.
Because this doesn't feel like a song about heartbreak. This feels like deeper than that. This feels like,
for sure.
This feels like mourning someone.
It does feel like that.
You know?
Yeah.
So I was thinking about those ideas because I had a dream about a friend who had passed away like some months later. And I remember thinking I wished that it lasted so I could talk to you just a little bit longer. I remember thinking like I was catching him up on all the things that he'd missed.
Right.
How big everything's gotten.
Right.
And how like we had a conversation and he said something along the lines of like, oh, I just ran out of time. Like I just ran out of time, you know, it's okay.
Right.
And then it's like, oh, like save me a space.
Right.
And like I'll see you when it's all over kind of a thing. But until then you'll save a space for me.
Right.
You'll save a space for me is kind of like probably where it exists, right? In this hook, right? I miss you every day is a really great. Because it just feels like that line from yesterday where it's like, oh, I can't do this on my own. It's just like,
And it can be like a 2-part thing. Like the first half could be like, I see your face, like I miss you every, I see you places, I miss you every day. And then you could be like, you save a place for this part.
yeah.
Is it weird to start the hook, but it's not the same?
Yeah.
It could be cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think if the opening lines are, it's not the same, I miss you every day, blah, 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 blah.
That's good.
And then, like, save a place, but you'll have to wait, blah, 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 blah.
I miss you every day. I'm gonna cry. Like I feel like I'm gonna cry.
Dude.
No, I can't. The I miss you every day should be the second half because it feels like you're landing on it. Got you.
Yeah.
I think you should be saving the space instead of telling, your friend to save the space. Even if you are still dealing with the fact or coming to terms with the facts.
Like I still save you a space.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Like, I love the idea of, like, just because life is moving on, don't think that I've moved on. I have to go. Yeah. Like, I think. Hello, baby.
That's our baby boy.
I knew immediately that when the topic of Requiem came up, that it was a song that I couldn't write with other people. We could kind of hum along melodies and figure out a chord progression, but I called that night off really early. And I said, I need to go home, I need to go back to the hotel, I need to go and write this now. And Elie and Imad and J.Que had all told me to just take the night off. And the next day I came in and the song was done. Sometimes there's so much to say about something that you, or rather, sometimes there's an emotion that's so personal to you that you know that no amount of what about this or how about this is going to get you any closer to nailing that feeling than if you were just in your room thinking about it on your own. And that I felt the need to express, like regardless of a need for a song. Like at that point, writing this song was therapy for me, and there was no other purpose for them.
Yeah, I mean, that's not to take the lazy boy out. But it's
No.
just
It's to get the best
very
possible.
deep and
Yeah,
something
personal.
very personal to you.
Yeah.
We can always edit after, if we think things, but like I feel like you just need to come from the
heart.
the rawest possible
I
place.
agree. I'm just so happy that I came today to like get this idea, man.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Thanks, brother.
Dude, love you, man.
I love you too, bro.
Thanks for staying over.
Yeah, dude.
I feel like Requiem will end up being like an underdog because that song is for no one else. Like that song is completely just for me. But loss is a funny thing because when I say that, like it is inherently something that everyone in the world experiences. So who knows, maybe it does, end up resonating with people in a way that I don't expect. I don't know. One day in Texas, we cut a song that I knew was going to change the entire album, and it was Amen.
Yeah.
Right.
Amen. I remember.
Yeah. That was an insane moment that you were not happy about either.
I feel like the roles were reversed there. I feel like you two were on a wave.
And
guys
you
were like doing it.
That was your soft spot.
And that was my soft spot. And I was like, what the hell are we doing here? But then it ended up really coming together.
It just would not click in his head about what we were doing. He was sitting at the computer like,
yeah.
What are we doing?
I was like sulking. But I was still hitting like record and like doing my job, obviously.
Right. Elie I remember you saying, I want to do something really weird. Wait, just trust me.
I had that specific idea.
Yeah.
Of vocal pads that sort of cut off.
Right.
And when a song starts from a really specific vision, it's kind of
messy.
It's kind of in one person's head, and it's hard
for
other people to hear the vision.
Right.
So when it started getting built out, and it made sense, and then the pad, idea started sounding good. It made more sense.
What do you want to do? I don't know. Do you want to write to them on your own? Do you want to suss that out for a little bit and then jump into Bon Iver vocoder land?
Like limited time. Should we just do the Bon Iver thing?
Yeah, I feel like that's enough in the zone where.
And then we can.
I feel like you'll nail that.
And if I don't, I'll take it to you.
Yeah. And then like a counterpart to that for the second rotation. Okay, pause it.
This is really cool.
We should, this is gonna be fire. Maybe we should. Something like that, you know what I mean? Like loop and then layer. Here's what we probably need: the rhythm to be like perfect. And I don't know if that can be like edited or whatever.
That can be quantized.
Yeah. I can do that.
I can probably get it closer for you.
It's up to you. That sounds crazy. Yeah.
I've been running on.
How do I put it? Like, it's a feeling that's deeper than like. It's like all these things at once. They don't even have to be. They can be tangential. Like, it doesn't even have to be a fluid thing. But like J.Que said, like stream of consciousness. Yeah, exactly. Like, would you? Like, will you give me strength? Because everything is falling around me, and I can't. It's too heavy for me to hold. Like,
I got weakness and bleeding.
Like things that you would hear in a gospel song that sound grand.
Right.
And apply to the situation without being overly like not Christian, but just about faith in myself almost, right? How about this one? Da, 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 da. I don't pray to God, but I believe in God. And I want different, like, I don't pray to God, I believe in. Right. I just said it, but like, it doesn't even have to be related. Like, that's why y'all can just spitball shit, and if I like that. Like,
just interesting shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like, we're painting the story of the album before it happens, right?
I don't pray to God. It's a weakness. I don't pray to God. I don't need.
Oh, I like that. I don't pray to God. That's a weakness. That's hard as fuck. But I like this idea of like, because we've discussed in all of Gabriel how I had trouble adjusting to like changes in my life based off of the career, right? So now I'm kind of interested in like, what is the second movie? When we pick up the second movie, how do you handle it? And it's actually not great. It's like worse than before. Like where it's way worse than before, you know? So that's why Say really fucks. That's why Kiss Me Right really fucks.
Yeah.
And that's why Inside Out is really, he's holding on to a thread right now. Yeah. Shaved off the mustache. My cowboy era is over.
Hung the boots up.
I hung the boots up.
You're playing God in an arena. There's a devil on your shoulder saying like, "Yo, we can still do better. We can still get more. We can."
It doesn't have to be devil on my shoulder because that's not tangential enough.
Fair enough. Oh yeah, it actually makes it too thematic.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the God.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough.
What you guys are saying? You're saying Sign of the Times is like catch you up to speed, right?
Yeah.
This is where we are, man. I still smash.
Yeah.
Very fire start for the second bar.
Maybe like something like I was doing better till more. I was doing. For a second.
That's exact.
That's so perfect. Whoa. Oh.
At the times, I don't pray to God. It's a weakness. I've been playing God in arenas. I was doing better till I wanted more.
Whoa!
Yeah.
So good.
That's really.
That's
That
exactly.
really rounds it out.
Sign of the times. I don't pray to God's weakness. I've been playing God in arenas. I was doing better till I wanted more. Eye for an eye. You would risk it all for my blessing. Look at what I did with my blessing. I was doing better till I wanted more. All of the glory, all of the weight of the world on my shoulders crashing down me. But I want more. I want more.
Production, concept, lyrics are insane.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it started as a sick idea. It started as an idea that we didn't know how it was going to sound. We just on a vocal pad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that? Could turn out.
We started really from.
And then we leveled it the fuck up. Dude, the lyrics are not. This is a sick vibe.
This is like
the
heavy.
lyrics are like.
Lyrics are gold.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Gold.
But this is what I want the rest of like. So we have like Kiss Me Right. I think now the vibe is like we have Kiss Me Right, we have Say, and then we have this one.
Right.
Those are like the kind of winners. And Say is like whatever. It's classic. It's an earworm. It can be whatever it wants. But a lot of the record, I would love to have this kind of weight to it. It has this kind of weight.
Yeah.
You know? Oh my God. What an incredible fucking song. I used to think that we couldn't beat Gabriel. Now I know we can.
Oh, dude.
Oh hell yeah.
We're just getting started, baby.
I know. We unlocked it. Now I honestly can't wait to see you guys. Like I was really dreading it, but
Fucking.
but
leave
more,
that in the
dude,
upper-
more stuff in this world.
Yeah. Let's
like-
keep going. We gotta keep chasing whatever's going on here.
Yeah.
It feels magical.
Let's go chill outside. I think the one thing that I want the most is for people to come and watch it be performed live, because it was made with that in such consideration that I feel like the full experience is going to be in person, which is really exciting to me, and I can't wait to be back on the road again. Give me a hug, Daddy. We did it.
Album 2 is done.
Brother.
Album 2.
All right. Should we group hug Kenji? Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't have the stems. You have the fucking stems.
The greatest feeling of all time.
Oh, now it's
Gotta go see the movie tonight. Don't forget.